Hello, friends, family, and adventurous metalheads. This is the Creepshow, part of the AOL network of podcasts. I'm your host and editor of NoiseCreep.com, Seth Werkheiser. And this week's episode of the Creepshow, we have a very special guest of the band Slayer. We have Tom Araya. Tom, thank you so much for joining us today on the phone.
How you doing?
We are doing great.
This is cool.
It's awesome to have you.
Totally. This is a good time. So, also in the room, we have Chris Harris, John Wiederhorn.
Hello.
Amy Sciaretto.
Hi.
Hello.
Awesome.
Cool, man. Well, we're very, very honored to be your first post-op interview here, and I just
Very technical.
I just feel like the planets have aligned with the gates of hell in the most sublime way possible now. I mean, it's Good Friday today, of course.
Yeah, I just kind of figured that out.
Yeah, not only
yesterday, that was Easter this weekend.
it's the fourth day of Passover, and of course, Passover is the holiday in which there are all the plagues, and the last plague is the angel of death crossing over the Egyptian landscape and killing the firstborn son in every household. And of course, angel of death is one of your calling cards. So not a song about Passover, but still, we feel the connection is made, and zombies might rise from their graves this very evening. It's just so exciting.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Or we might all just burst into flames sitting here.
That could be too. So, welcome. How you feeling, man?
I feel good. I feel real good. I've been sitting around for about 4 months now, 5 months, going on 5 months, taking care of myself. I feel really good though. I right after the surgery, I knew that the issue was fixed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel really great. I'm really excited. I'm anxious to get together with the guys and start rehearsing again. So I feel good.
What'd they give you, oxys or perks?
Right.
Or what'd you get?
What'd they give me as far as what?
Painkillers.
Oh no, I have a shitload of that stuff. I don't really take them, but they give you the Darvocet and the Somas.
And you don't have to take them?
I don't take them. I even because I figure, if I'm in pain, at least I know that the issue's still there.
Right.
And if I don't feel the pain, I'm not going to know it's gone.
That's it's Mike Muir from Suicidal Tendencies said the same thing, that he has these he had these horrific back problems as well, and he doesn't take painkillers because he's like, I need to know what's going on with my body. And it's interesting that you say the same thing about your back, so that's very interesting.
Yeah, because you could really hurt yourself, and masking the pain doesn't really do anything other than it does that. It masks the pain. It doesn't do anything to the damage just being done.
It's also easy to get hooked, I guess.
Yeah, I just don't.
Like
I don't take them. But what they did is they put me under, and I got a titanium plate in my throat.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
It was a neck surgery as opposed to my back surgery, but it was neck, and it was 5th, 6th, and 7th vertebrae.
What, have you been through an airport detector since
No,
then?
and I kind of figured they wouldn't go out because it's titanium plates, so they won't set the metal detector off.
Wow, that's too bad.
It's still very metal.
Yeah.
I have titanium plates in my neck.
It's actually pretty cool. When you look at the X-ray, when I saw the X-ray, I was like, wow. It's all Terminator looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're on your way to being a cybernetic organism.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you take us back? And I mean, have you had chronic pain for years? Is this something that you've?
Well, you have the occasional pain here and there. You know what I mean? But I mean, I was in Australia, and that's when it was just a constant pain. I was like, wow, this is weird. This isn't good. And then I dealt with it almost. It was like the entire trip. It was like, I think we were there like 10 days. And then I think it was like we were in Melbourne, and I just had to. I picked up the phone and said, "Listen." I called my wife Sandra. I said, "Man, you got to call that doctor. Got to call that doctor and let him find someone that can check out my neck, my shoulder, because it's just like my arm was in pain. It was like a numbing pain, but it wasn't heart attack stuff. You know what I mean? But it was enough to have me concerned about things. You know what I mean? And so we finally got on the phone and we were in Tokyo when I finally got through to the doctor and said, "Listen, can you see me as soon as I get in?" He said, so they made an appointment as soon as I got in. But it was just a shooting pain that just wouldn't go away. And you know, I mean, I didn't. And then when I got home, I went and saw the doctor, and the guy, he gave me a shot, and he goes, "Let's see what this does." And so they gave me a spinal injection, and the pain went away. I was like, "Wow, this was amazing."
No joke.
And then he goes, "All right, well, let's see how you feel in 6 weeks." And 6 weeks I went back and said, "Dude, it feels like someone's like squeezing the shit out of my side, you know."
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, "Oh." And he goes, "Well, let's try another injection." And then, you know, you do the procedure, and there's a total of 3 you're supposed to do, but he only did 2 because it really didn't do anything. And then they did a scan, one of those imaging scans, and they scanned the whole thing and found where the issue was and said, "Okay, this is what we need to do." So they scheduled surgery.
So what exactly was injured? Is it, you know?
It had nerves. Nerves were in, you know, in your vertebrae. You have the cartilage just sitting between the vertebrae, and those are supposed to be spongy and watery and stuff. Well, mine were compressed. Mine were compressed, which means that they were like flat instead of spongy and foamy. They were flat. So any nerves and vessels and stuff that go through the cartilage or are in that area, they get squished in between there like sandwich, you know. So damage was done to the nerve in that area. So they needed to go in there and remove that. And you can't just remove a portion of it. You have to remove the entire thing, which is why they put the plate in, and they put bone placements in between my vertebrae.
So how long was the procedure? This sounds like it's a pretty heavy-duty surgery.
It was dude, they went through the front of my throat and moved everything to one side.
Wow.
That sounds like some serious, scary
you
shit.
know what I mean? I was like, man, you know, you wake up and you're just, you know that shit's been moved around. You know what I mean? It's kind of just freaky. Kind of, you know. But they had to move it. You know, they literally went in and moved everything in, and it was done all microscopic. It was all with, you know, it's a small little incision they put right in my front of my throat, and they were able to do all of that through that little incision.
Wow, your throat, though. I mean, were you concerned at all? Like, dude, you're going to go into my throat. I'm a singer.
That was the first thing I asked him. I was like, dude, what about, you know, my muscles, my throat muscles, my vocal cords, and he goes, well, that's why we're going through the front. He goes, it's easier to move things out of the way through the front than it is to the back.
Wow. Did they warn you no more headbanging now that you've got this plate in your neck and it's a sensitive area?
I'm sorry? Say that again?
Can you still headbang when you're playing?
No,
that's in the past.
I can't do that anymore.
Wow,
Right.
Wow, man. The grandfather of helicopter headbanging can...
Yeah, you know, that was the other thing, too. They said that when they diagnosed it and realized, okay, this is what's going on, they said that I had a herniated disc also, but they were herniating to the left. Usually discs herniate to the right, to the front or the back, due to whiplash motion.
Yeah.
But mine was herniating to the left.
Because of the headbanging motion. So this was literally caused because of headbanging.
Pinwheel.
Wow.
The figure eights.
So headbanging can be hazardous to your health.
So I'm an advocate of, you know, cautious about your headbanging, you know.
Wow.
Do moderate headbanging.
Dude, it's a whole new world than the one we woke up in this morning.
Moderate headbanging.
How can there be
Severe
moderate?
headbanging could cause you severe issues later on in life, buddy.
Wow.
Wow.
I just don't think it's possible to be a moderate headbanger.
At a
to
Slayer
Rain in
show.
Blood or Angel of Death. I think we might have. For other bands, we can moderate our headbanging, but for Slayer, I don't think we can.
Wow.
That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one.
It
but
is.
You know, I'm excited. I'm excited because I mean, there's no more pain. There's no more muscle spasms. There's no more anything. You know, I mean, it just feels really good.
Wow.
Tell us about your recovery. Did you have to do a lot of rehabilitation exercises?
No. From what I figure, what I was told is that the human head is about 8 to 10 pounds. So there's really no need to rehabilitate the neck because the neck has to support your head.
Well, that's
So
new.
you know, on every day you're using your neck muscle. So there's really no form of rehabilitation that you need to do or any kind of exercise because you use your head all the time. Your neck is. You don't. You know. I mean, I didn't realize how often I look sideways until I had to wear a neck brace, which is like a hard collar, that I could take off and put on if I wanted to, but he requested that I wear it for a month, just so I wouldn't turn my head sideways. Look sideways.
Wow.
And I wore it for a month, and man, I'm still thinking, damn, you don't realize how often you turn your head sideways.
Right.
Just to, you're sitting in the couch, you turn your head sideways. You don't, I would have to literally scoot forward and then turn sideways to look at someone that was sitting next to me on the couch, or, and if they were showing me something, I had to. It dawned on me how often, we turn our heads to look, on a daily basis. It's for everything. And
can you drive a car?
Huh?
Can you drive a car yet?
Yeah, now I can. No, I can. I can turn my head sideways, and I can sit there and exercise my head, and I can do a circle with my head, rotate my head. So it's just I can't headbang.
Right.
Yeah, I'm the lower three, which are attached to obviously where my shoulder area is, are the ones that they're fused. They fused them together. I got 6 screws in my neck with titanium plates in it. So.
What about strapping on the bass? Has it been hard to do that?
I'm gonna start looking and figuring out how to figure out a new strap contraption, something that'll support the weight equally, not just on one side. And that's the only reason why it wouldn't be to damage anything or bring hurt anything. It'd be like to figure out, okay, this is this led to this. Okay, I don't want to continue that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now you need to figure out how to do something. And okay, now I need to figure out how to redistribute the weight on my body as opposed to on one side. So I got to come up with some guitar straps or figure out a way to come up with a strap design, a harness where the weight's distributed evenly through on my shoulders as opposed to one part of my shoulder.
Jesus.
I'm sure there's probably somebody will hear this, and maybe some instrument company will be starting putting their their engineers together.
Yeah.
What was that?
I was just saying that, hopefully maybe some instrument maker will hear this, or your, whoever you're endorsed by will start planning.
It's like I plan to pick up the phone and call a few people.
Of course.
Yeah.
And say, hey, listen.
Hey, I need
See
this.
what you can do for me.
Yeah, of
that
course.
Steinbrenner Geddy Lee bass that had no body, right? It was just like a little square. The new wave thing. Have the fans been, hugely supportive? Have you been flooded with, attention and gifts? And
yeah, actually, the fans, they are. They're very supportive. I mean, I don't have any. Actually, my wife has a MySpace and a Facebook that, and she usually communicates what's going on in our lives here at home. And a lot of it consists of what's going on with me and my surgery and how I'm doing and stuff. And people usually go on there and look for updates and posts there. But they've been very supportive. The people that have communicated have been very, very supportive, and they're all waiting for me to get better and healthy, because that's the number one issue here is to get healthy and to stay healthy. And everybody's been supportive, and even management.
What'd you do during the downtime? During the 4 months you were recovering, did you play video games or watch movies?
Recovering now is as far as I'm trying to get, because I haven't really been doing much, so I'm trying to get active. I'm doing things here at home that require very little effort but make me move. You know what I mean?
Right, because you don't want to get lethargic.
I'm on a ranch, so there's a lot of things that need to be done, and things that I've been wanting to do for a while that I've had to put off because of the surgery. And now that I had an okay that I can at least lift 15 pounds or so. You know what I mean? I'm okay to do stuff.
So you can feed the chickens and slop the hogs?
Well, we no longer have chickens, but I have cows. You know what I mean? Feed bags.
Somebody has to milk them.
No, I don't milk. These are beef cows.
Oh, okay. So you got to eat them.
Yeah.
Someone's got to kill them.
Yeah, you eat them. Yeah, right. Kill, eat.
I just picture you with like red meat on your just eating a raw piece
or
of beef.
one of those big nail guns that you'd go to the cow's forehead
Oh,
with.
John.
Come on, you know what PETA calling
He
us
always
up.
oversteps the boundary with the visual.
We're gonna get a
do.
call from PETA soon.
The nail gun.
What do they call that thing? Is that a
I
nail?
don't know,
But
dude. It's
Nail gun sounds pretty discreet.
It paralyzes them. That's all we know.
That's more
It's
than
just a
that.
nail gun thing, yeah.
Are you aching to get back on the stage and perform? Have you really missed it?
Yeah. You know, I miss that. I'm just kind of, I'm excited. I'm excited because I know I know that the fans are excited and they want to see the band. We canceled 2 tours that just, you know, I don't really feel great about. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You know, but they were circumstances beyond, you know, I'd like to think they were beyond my control because I couldn't deal with the pain anymore. But I'm looking forward to these tours because I know there's a lot of fans that were really disappointed. But we're keeping our word this time. The tours are on. There's no cancellations, and I'm looking forward to putting a smile back on faces. I know that's my kind of my anxiety in a sense. I need to get back out there and make sure that everybody knows, hey, I'm doing fine and the band's doing great and thanks for your support and sorry.
Well,
you know what I mean? That's kind of a way of apologizing. I need to get back out and let people know that thank them for their support and say it personally. You know what I mean? And not this is great that we can do this on an interview and send my thanks out to all the fans. That's awesome that they're very supportive. But I'm more. I need to do that when we go out on the road. That's something that I need to do personally and thank them for.
Well, that's awesome.
They're very supportive. And we've gotten a lot of response from people saying that it's about health.
No, of course.
That's what comes first. So.
It's not like you fucked up anything. I mean, you can't help if you're an injury.
But, there's a lot of people that people make plans.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And then
But
and
you
then life happens.
Yeah, and you also had like your things in your throat like moved. So I think the fans can can forgive you for
They
that.
can suck it if they don't like it.
Right.
But I think they'll be happy that and this tour being postponed, especially American Carnage, I think it just made people want it even more. So.
But it's cool because like you can do the "my back's worse than your back" thing, with Dave Mustaine because he's been dealing with back issues and you've been dealing with back issues and
that's another thing that I've learned that I've gotten calls from several people who have had issues like that have had stuff done that I wasn't aware of.
Mm-hmm.
That surprised me. It explained a lot of things. It explained why some people come across a certain way and then you see them later on they're different. Because when I got back from Japan, I immediately went to my doctor and said, listen, I got this appointment with this other doctor on this day, but you got to give me something for pain. I just can't deal with this anymore. This is really So for a week, I was on pain pills and muscle spasms until I saw that pain doctor because I just couldn't deal with it anymore. And then when I saw the specialist, which is the back doctor, actually the specialist, and after he gave me an injection, the pain went away. I was like, okay, cool. I don't need to take these anymore.
How are your bandmates' necks and backs? Are Carrie and Jeff holding up?
I'm sure they're trying to figure. They're finding ways to keep busy. But we communicate. It's very rare. I got a text. I've gotten 2 texts, 3 texts from Carrie, and I answer and respond to his text. But they're just. Jeff doesn't really communicate to anybody, with anybody.
No, but I guess I was asking if they certainly have headbanged for 25 years, just as you have.
Well, if it's not the headbang, it's probably the hearing too, because it's player, those Marshall stacks.
Right.
No, and then Dave has sent 2 texts, but we see each other enough and we communicated enough on the road that. Can you hold on a sec? Hold on a sec.
Sure.
Carol did that.
Okay, come on. That kind of sucks.
Dad road.
Yeah.
That's my son.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I had the door closed, and he knocked. I'm trying to remember what it was you guys were saying, and I can't.
I don't remember either.
Well, you were asking how I communicate with my bandmates, and we don't, it's an infrequent communication that we do. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's enough to say hi, what's up, this what's going on. Thought I'd send you this. You know what I mean? They kind of like they're kind of thinking of you.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean? They don't really say thinking of you, but
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
plus, the communication on stage is awesome.
And then, and then when you're on the road, you just, if things need to be talked about, you get on the phone, you talk about them. But, as far as communication goes, out of everyone, Jeff is the one that doesn't really communicate with anyone, even though you send things to him. You're like, hey, dude, what's up? This was, thought I'd send you this, and then no reply. At least you get a reply from Carrie and Dave, you know what I mean? Yeah. Which is, hey, I don't mind. It's like, whatever. I'll see him, I can communicate it when I see him,
Have you heard anything musically, in the past few months that's really kind of rocked your world? Have you been listening to stuff?
Communication I had with Carrie as far as, there's going to be some time off because I explained to him what was going on with my surgery and what was going to be done. And I told him, I said, it's going to be a couple of months off. Going to give us time to work on stuff. So he sent back saying that's a great idea. And that was about the last I heard of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if he's worked on ideas, I won't find out about it until I see him, or if he says, "Hey, look, I got this," or "I put this together," And I'm sure that'll come up when we start getting together and rehearsing. We've been out. We haven't done anything in a while, so we're going to be start rehearsing soon. So I'll be coming into LA to rehearse soon.
Right. Well,
start working on this tour and putting together a set list. Figuring out what's a good set list. There was rumor of doing an album. Doing a new album, so we'll probably discuss that and see how the material sounds. It's
an album in its entirety, you mean?
The new album. So really, we all enjoy that album entirely, musically, playing everything on it. So it's something that probably will be discussed. So, and then the sooner the better, because we're going to start everything off with an AOL sessions. I'm sorry, not AOL sessions, but the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
Oh,
right.
Yes, that's right.
Totally.
Yeah.
There's both. Yeah, there's the AOL sessions
You can totally
too. that's
come do
coming
those
up. Yeah.
AOL sessions with us and hang out with us.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so they did that. So
Yep.
I'm sure that we'll probably start getting together and rehearsing sooner and preparing for that. So
Right.
that's
would you want to do an album in its entirety on stage? Like Testament have been doing The Legacy, and Megadeth have been doing Rust in Peace, and you have done.
It's just an idea. Because one, it's the album had just gotten released. We went overseas. The album gets released. We come home. We cancel the tours.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think the idea here and the focus is the fact that we did have an album that came out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's why I think that the idea of playing the album in its entirety might be a good idea. Because like I said, I like the album. It's a fucking amazing album, and I think that live would be an amazing sounding album live. And we did 3 songs before they were released in the Australian. We were able to do 3 of them, couple of shows before the album was released, and then the album was released, and World Painted Blood, Hate Worldwide, and then everyone already was familiar with Psychopathy Red. The World Painted Blood and World Hate Wide got a really strong response from the audience. It's a song that they knew they were new songs. They had heard the titles, but that we've done that before and gotten a different response. This response was overwhelming response, which was like blew my mind. I was like, wow, that's never happened. We've done new material before it's been released before, and never gotten a response like we did when we played those songs everywhere. Everywhere we played those songs, people just it's an overwhelming response compared to when we've done other live songs, that we hadn't released yet. And so to me, when I heard the responses to those two songs, I was like, wow, this is good. This is going to be good. So I think that the idea of doing the album in its entirety might be something that would be a really great idea as far as exposing the album to people. It's something that we did do. We released an album, and that's the other thing I feel bad about. It's like, man, we were on a roll. You get a new album coming out, you got this tour planned, and all of a sudden, scratch that.
Yeah, but you couldn't play with that pain anymore.
No, actually, no. It was. I don't know if you guys know Stu, but if you talk to Stu, he was in Japan I could sit still. I was doing interviews, and the interviewer even asked me, "What's the matter? You look like you're in pain." I said, "I am."
It's not acting.
It wasn't just the questions.
It was just fidgeting. I couldn't stop fidgeting. I couldn't. I squeezing my arm. I couldn't stop moving. I couldn't find a comfortable position to keep. And they were asking, "What's the matter? What's wrong with your arm?
I'm in pain, damn it!
I'm in pain, and I want to take care of it as soon as I get home."
It only serves to make us more excited and up the anticipation for us to hear these songs live. So
and the tour.
That's the only good thing that came out of it.
This summer. Yeah. You'll be back on the road this summer.
Yeah. We'll be back this summer, and hopefully it'll probably go right on into to the end of the year.
Nice.
Awesome.
And then probably start again in the new year with a lot of stuff, I hope.
Very good.
Cool. We can't wait.
No, not at all. Tom, thanks for joining us again.
Well, did I answer all your questions?
Oh,
yeah,
totally.
Yes,
Of
very
course.
much.
You're
Yeah.
more than welcome to hang around.
Yeah, if you want to hang
we're
out.
going to go into our news segment now, right?
Right.
All right. I'll be part of the news segment.
Awesome.
What are
Yay.
you guys talking about?
Well, first off, I don't.
That was a great segue. What are you talking about? Well,
we can start off your news segment with a statement as far as I want to send my condolences and my thoughts and prayers to all the Chileans in the earthquake victims in Chile. That's pretty bad. They've been quaking there for a while now, and then and what happened in Haiti.
Yeah.
It's just that's kind of
Tragedy.
excuse my French. That's fucked up.
very
Yeah,
sad.
that's pretty
For
fucked up.
There's
sure.
a lot of people that still need help, and that's important. I think that people should be aware of that people still need help there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And I'm
now
taking it upon myself to speak on behalf of the band. I don't think the other guys would like to hear that.
Yes.
It makes the rest of the news that we're going to be mentioning seem totally irrelevant.
Waste of time.
So send your tax-deductible donation in the name of Slayer.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
people should do what they can.
Yeah.
For sure.
Even if it's
For sure.
$10,
No,
It's I was recently watching there's two kinds of people in this world: the people that do, and the people that don't.
And the people that do.
It's about being someone that does.
Yeah.
You just do it. Like the slogan is, just do it. Find a way and just do it.
Totally. For any of our viewers that are watching, this is like a giant interview and everything like that for anyone watching. So definitely donate.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
even if it's $5.
Yes, Tamara.
Instead of buying, donate your money instead of buying perhaps a record like the new Danzig record that will be coming out soon.
Right.
Ooh, Glenn will be happy with that.
Glenn.
It's a few months. It's not coming out till June. So.
That's true.
Glenn Glassjaw Danzig will end a 6-year dearth of new music on June 22nd when he releases Death Red Sabbath.
Will he tour with the Northside Kings?
Probably not.
Unless he goes on time or he'll get clocked.
How many years?
It's been 6 years. Last album was in 2004, Circle of Snakes. This is Glenn's 9th record. He produced it himself, and he handled bass and some drum duties on the record. Amy wrote the story this week, and it has 11 songs, including The Revengeful and On a Wicked Night. So new Danzig on
Sounds
the
like
way.
a Danzig album.
Yes, it does.
That sounds good.
What's next, Seth?
We got
Korn. Korn have officially signed with Roadrunner Records.
Dude.
It's kind of crazy. They've got a record plan for this summer. They'll be headlining the Rockstar Mayhem Festival, as we all know. We spoke with Jonathan last year while they were still in the process of making it. He said the record's sort of a return to their old school style. I haven't heard the record. I don't know if anyone else has heard the record.
I might have heard that record.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about it.
I might have to say
Oh,
that.
they're going back to corn.
Yeah.
I might have to say that it sounds. I'd have to say these kernels are really, really reminiscent of classic corn. That's what I would
All right.
think.
We'll look forward to that, Greg. Also, this week, who's that?
It looks like Orgy. Is that Jake Orgy?
Yes.
That's it.
Orgy.
Wow.
Doing his little, how does it feel?
Self-proclaimed death pop rockers orgy. Responsible.
Self-proclaimed what rockers?
The self-proclaimed death pop
Cocaine?
rockers.
Self-cocained?
Death rockers?
Proclaimed.
Death pop rockers.
Okay, I don't know about the death
Orgy.
part.
Self-proclaimed New Order.
Yeah. They
cover
covered
band.
Blue Monday in 1999. Probably their biggest hit. They are reportedly orchestrating.
1999.
How does it feel?
They are reported.
That?
1999.
They're coming back, man. They're planning a reunion for later this year. Probably a tour, maybe a record. Nothing has been officially confirmed. We can only keep our fingers crossed.
Didn't he
think
write that Chester Bennington record, though?
Yeah,
Did
he
they?
did. He's in Dead by Sunrise, and
Look at that, the photo.
Keep him crossed, just as in to keep him crossed, right?
yeah.
Just interlaced.
Yeah, we don't have any reason to keep the cross. Just keep them crossed.
We're showing this photo of him, and it looks like a Donald Trump comb-over right there. I don't know if
It
it's the
does.
light. I think it's the light, or he has a bleached blonde piece of hair, or it's a bit of a Trump comb-over
Yeah.
there.
Something
Not
going
crazy.
there.
It's probably the lighting.
Yeah.
It's the
We need
lighting.
A higher res photo.
Next in the news, we've got Ozzy Osbourne. He
Yes.
has a new record coming out. It was going to be called Soul Sucker. Now it's going to be called.
crazy.
Now it's going to be called Scream. It's
Much
coming
more
out.
appropriate.
Yes. It's the first song off of the record. Let Me Hear You Scream will debut April
Bruce
14th
Dickinson.
during an episode of CSI in New York.
Wow.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah. Not Miami.
The
goddamn
Miami's
it.
the hip one,
I
yeah.
like Miami.
That's
I like
when Rob Zombie got
Nevada.
on.
Which one do you say? Atlanta? I thought he said it.
Nevada.
No,
Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah, oh, yeah, the Vegas one.
CSI Nevada. That's the Vegas one.
Yeah.
Did you see the Rob Zombie directed CSI Miami?
I did not.
I missed it too.
It was a little.
I don't watch CBS shows
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
most part.
I don't watch crime procedurals.
It was darker than the average CSI. But,
So yeah, it's kind of a cool way for Ozzy to preview his record. The episode airs at 10 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 p.m. on the West Coast. Yes, the episode
does
is
Zach
about
Wilde play on it?
No, he's
Zach's
no.
working on his
I don't
own
think
episode
so.
of
Because he
CSI.
recorded a ton of stuff for the record. I'm
Yeah,
not,
but
I'm not
I think
joking.
this is
Is
God's
it
G.
Is he going to make a cameo?
No, it's not. He's
He
not
should
on
though.
this
We
song, I
should
don't think.
petition
No,
on CSI.
show.
CSI.
Yeah, maybe because he is from Jersey.
Zach would be awesome on CSI.
No, I think Ozzy should be on CSI. I think that's what Tom said.
Did you see the one with Kid Rock on it?
No,
No.
Kid Rock did CSI.
Yeah, New York CSI. They had Kid Rock on it.
Wow.
Wow.
I think
Yeah,
Tom
the episode
Araya
with
should be on the next.
Yeah, Tom
CSI.
Araya should be working for TV Guide. It sounds like. What's he doing?
Well,
I guess
yeah,
you're
lot
watching a lot of
time.
TV
Lot of
in your
time.
downtime.
I'm into forensic type stuff.
Ah,
Yes,
okay,
me
sure.
too. Me too.
Cold Case and all that.
Yeah,
Forensic
but
Files.
for the
Have a Dexter.
Discovery and National Geographic. You know, the more scientific type
Word.
shows.
No, Dexter's not very scientific.
No, it's all about the
Reality,
DNA.
Lastly, in the news, 2 days after Stone Temple Pilot frontman Scott Weiland lost his balance and fell off stage during a show in Iowa, the concert in Milwaukee on March 26th was cut short when the band basically abandoned Scott out there on stage. According to a number of eyewitness
Burn.
reports, Scott seemingly forgot the words to at least a couple of the songs in the band's set, and when he totally forgot the lyrics to "Dead and Bloated," which are
How's that possible?
yeah, it's like fucking
Yeah.
like 2 lyrics. Everyone
and he's
left
been
the
singing
stage.
the songs for how long? How do you
Right.
I
forget
know.
those?
Did you see the YouTube footage?
I did see the YouTube footage, and it is
A little painful.
Maybe he
Yeah.
needs to make like Ozzy and have a teleprompter with the
Was
lyrics
he
now.
on something?
well, if
Well,
past
it's history.
performance is any indication, yeah, I mean, we're not going to say anything officially. Who knows? But apparently, and this is from an eyewitness report, Scott seemed oblivious to the fact that he was messing up. It's like he kept right on dancing and posing and singing like he thought he was doing great. He never looked embarrassed or frustrated. So apparently he didn't even know what was going on around
Maybe
him.
he was on cloud nine.
Wow.
Who knows? Maybe he was in a good mood
yeah.
and just like totally lost in
Well,
the
you
music.
know, I have episodes of that too, but it's, you know, I mean, it's more like, you just totally blank. I mean, there could be songs that I've done forever, and I'll just completely go blank.
Brain fart.
Yeah,
Tom
but if you
Araya
had-
coming to the
It's
rescue.
only for that brief moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're pissed off the rest of the show because you fucked up.
And even if you were making
You
shit
know what I
up,
mean?
you'd
But,
stay on the
I'm not
rhythm.
oblivious to what I've done.
Even on all those pain pills.
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't get the pain pills until after I got home from Japan. So, but you know, I mean, it's, you know, and then you learn new material. You got to put, you know, I don't have a teleprompter.
Not yet.
But I do have what you call cheat sheets, which are
yes.
just one word phrasing.
Tattooed on your arm.
Until I learn the song and I'm more comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Because I have to play and sing them.
Right.
Sure.
So you know, in order
Multitask.
to, I know the song, but I also have to sing them. So
Yep.
so I don't have to think as much about the words as I do. You know, remembering to play the song. I glance down and look at the words. You know what I mean? And then eventually, that's one of the memory tricks. You equate it with music, and eventually music, and you learn things, and so that's the trigger. And I learned a song, and then eventually I'm able to remember the words and sing the song, and then the little piece of paper in front of me disappears. You know what I mean?
Wow.
No, that's you know, those are just memory aid tricks. But you know, as far as you know, I've seen him perform, and he to me looks like the kind of performer that'll will not sing the song the way it's supposed to be done on record. You know what I mean? As far as a performer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, Scott
Tom
Weiland,
Araya coming to the
when he sings
defense
the
of
song,
Scott Weiland.
He's gonna ad lib. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's gonna do what he wants, and the band obviously didn't like it.
Wow.
Probably.
I read something saying that they recorded totally separate. Was that
Yeah,
on, was that
yeah,
on
yeah.
our
It was on
site or was
Billboard.
that
It was on
Billboard?
Billboard.
Right.
Yeah,
the
they-
DeLeos did their own thing,
And they
their
gave
own
him like
studio.
a melody option that he could go
Wow.
with or
Right.
not. Yeah.
Well,
That's
they
kinda
have
crazy.
broken up like a few times,
Wow.
so
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it's all happy-go-lucky in that camp.
Yeah.
But-
They still make great music.
A lot is going on in that brain between all that time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of eggs cooking.
This is your brain on
I
Scott
was about to
Weiland.
say, right? You
Well,
beat me to the punch.
Well, Tom, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome.
Feel better,
Totally.
man.
Feel better.
I know, maybe we can do this again sometime.
Absolutely.
awesome,
See you
dude.
on the
Thanks so
road
much.
too.
Take care, Tom.
That'd be
Thanks,
awesome.
Tom.
Take care.
Awesome, dude.
We love
Thanks.
you.